we got something a bit different for you. Now, it's no Barra, but it is 6 cylinders. Oh, it's a bit dark. I need some sort of light. Oh, lacking a light. Heck, I'll go get a light. This has gone well. RB2530, to the best of my knowledge. I have no idea about what the block is. Is it from a 31? Or
VL, bro.
A VL, sorry. A BT1.
A classic.
A classic, he says. So, we're running a RB30 block. It's got an RB25 head on it, because apparently that's what you do in these to get that cam control, basically. Like, you know, Barra's got like dual VCT, intake and exhaust. This, I think, has some sort of advanced action on the exhaust side. Or is it the intake side? Nah, it's the intake side. I'm just looking at the CAS, the trigger for the ECU. That's how on top of it I am with these motors. Nah, I'm taking the piss a little bit. Pistons, stock rods, China turbo, but equivalent of like a 3576 or something.
Yeah, something like
by the
that.
look of it.
Yeah.
Gate welded on the turbine housing. It's got a Howtech 750, just elite. It's a GQ Patrol, and we might make a tidy 300 kilowatts. I might sound a little bit off, a bit nasally. I didn't get a video out for you on Friday, sorry. I had the flu. I've had the flu all week, and I'm feeling top notch. But anywho, if I'm feeling a bit down, it's just how it is. So is it gonna go or blow?
She'll blow one day.
Classic Nissan motor comment. Really doesn't like that, does it? Still not happy. It's developed a misfire and we put new spark plugs in it, and it hates us, basically. I thought it was boost related, but just then we got to not even 14 pound. We were up to 16 before, and now with new plugs it hates us. And fueling's not that bad. It's got a bridge spot there at 4 grand, but only 0.78 lambda instead of 0.8. Fifth run, we're chasing a trigger error or a misfire, basically. So now we're checking fuel pressure. That was even earlier, Ray.
That's what it was.
Well, that's fixed it then, didn't it? Oh, these trigger systems suck. So I'll show you what I did, but I don't love doing it. Is we're having a home reference issue down here. So I turned home signal reference off after, I think, 4,400 RPM. Just to prove my point that I think that's what it was. And well, it turns out it was, because we ran it out at 5.5. And we made 270 kilowatt, so. Unfortunately, that's where that finishes for the time being, because RB life. Now, the trigger issue is really getting us, and I think with the home reference signal off, it then misses a tooth on the trigger, which adds timing, makes a good number. It made a 300 kilowatt number, 297 I think it was. But yeah, it's sort of like dangerous, and that's not good for it. So we're back on another day, because we ran out of time the other day. And I thought, well, first things first, let's check the tension of the belt. I can't lie, the belt was not real tight. As tight as a Dyno. Not real tight. Would you agree, Lawson? What do you think it's tight as?
I've had tighter bed sheets.
Tighter bed sheets, okay. So, we're fixing that.
Clean the end of that tool up.
And then, yeah, fix my tool I just made. Struggling to fit in there. Put heaps on it. Okay, well, definitely loose then. We're on the slack side. This thing's pretty taut now, and the Allen key to get it tight has probably moved, I don't know, 45 degrees. To get it tight. I hadn't checked the belt tension till now because the motor's pretty well new. So maybe it's stretched the belt or it wasn't tight enough when it was built. Either way, I'm pretty confident this will help. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully better, no misfiring, and we get a good tune, close to 300 kilowatts would be good. Happy. a happy man because I fixed his car problems. Now I did turn on closed loop boost control all at the same time as doing this, just because I thought, well, kill a few birds with one stone. So my graph looks terrible, but I will fix the way boost ramps on. But if it focuses, I cracked 300 kilowatts. It did say 18 pound of boost as well, which is probably why, but 300 kilowatt, pretty happy. These engines have a VVT, so variable valve timing, but it's just an on-off, and you can switch when it turns off. We just did a power run then with it on the whole time, so it should be advanced, and we did a run before with it off, and we're doing an overlay, and there's a big difference. The idea of it is to give mid-range torque, not top-end power. So I'll see when it stops making more mid-range, and then I'll flick it off to make more power, basically. There's an overlay of boost, so in blue, very similar. You can see boost, and lambda, which is, they're different, but that's because different cam timing. And now can we see, yeah, torque and power, please. Green line is power. The dotted line is the one with it on the whole time, and the solid one is with it off the whole time. So yeah, you want to be switching on this, it's showing about 4,400 RPM. And another run. Flashing red at me.
Did you hear anything?
Just not as much as it was flashing red.
No.
There was definitely a patter, but only, and it wasn't. It was 6, not 6.5. Overboost? I think I saw overboost. I feel like I saw the boost number go through the roof. That had me all worried.
Yeah,
it did. Oofties, that's a quick way to make things break.
What happened there?
Boost line pop off? Wouldn't surprise me.
323 kilowatts.
Yeah, well, boost will do that. I was aiming for that to be the last run. I'm glad that happened here and not on the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, why, like, I can't help myself but be pretty on my, like, my tables. And I'm only working in this area, really, at 17 pound of boost. Onwards, I keep making it less degrees, though. That's what made me think it overboosted, because I saw this go this direction. I was like, oh, dear. So I would have seen about 4.5 degrees of timing. And 23 pound of boost. I'm laughing with you, Mackie, not at you. Yeah, so we lost the reference to the bottom of our wastegate, and we still had reference to the top. So boost on up it did.
Doesn't change, mate. Back to my 320.
He's all here for the peak power. Oh, mate's now learnt to clamp his boost pipes, which I did say, that's on me, I should have checked that. I cable tied all his fuel reg stuff, didn't check the boost stuff. Also made me think, why didn't that hit boost cut? Boost control, overboost. I thought I had a 20 pound. I got half a second delay, Ray.
Half a second.
And the overboost is at 20, but that delay was enough for it to be like, nope. Out of interest's sake, because I think it's interesting. That's when boost starts to ramp up in red. RPM is the blue line, that's nothing. Throttle position is the pink, you can sort of see it. It started to ramp up from there-ish. And then by the time the throttle was shut, here, exactly 1 second. So I think the boost cut did start to jump in at, what's it doing? At, or half a second is there, yeah, and you can see, well, it started to fall anyway, but boost cut jumped in, it did try and do its thing. But it all happened in 500 milliseconds. That'll teach him to burn his hands while he's putting tabletizing A new brass tee on there as well. Oh, lovely.
RB.
320 kilowatts for 1 second.
Still made it.
And that nearly wasn't good. But it's good to know that a tight cam belt does help. It's running well. And he's a happy man. Oh, it's hot! Sorry, I'm laughing with you. I'm laughing with you. Have you got it on? Not quite.
Nah, really.
Imagine if we hadn't been doing dyno runs before you had to put that on. Didn't even take any more, Ray. 287.
6 is about it.
And 6 is max. It just falls back off again, doesn't it?
Yep.
Oh, he's a happy man. The car is finally finished.
You like that?
It's been what?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years and a week.
Motor's been in, motor's been out. 2 years in a week. He's
2
actually
years and a week.
he's actually counting. 3 litres of fury, sort of. It tried to be furious with the boost control coming off. And yeah, it's a good runner, basically. So you'll probably see this in future videos for driving, hopefully. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. See you later.